You live in a digital age. I bet you use more than one computer to do your homework, and maybe even a mobile device too. But where do you keep all of your electronic resources, your course materials, research, and assignments? If your answer is on a computer, then you're a prisoner. Time to break down the barriers that prevent you from using technology to help you be a better student. There are a ton of ways to organize yourself in a world full of electronic resources. What you need is a tool that supports the way you work. You need something that you can use wherever you are, no matter what type of device you're using. You need to be able to pick up from where you last were without skipping a beat. Evernote gives you that capability. It gives you the power to be the best student you can be. The definition of college student has changed a lot lately. You still have to read lots of books, but now you also have to use lots of electronic resources. You'll conduct research, collect documents and information, and use those bits and pieces to create your finished work. The internet makes it really easy to find a lot of different information. As a student, it's your job to find it, sift through it, and use the best bits. There's a lot of information out there. Sometimes you find exactly what you're looking for in one place, but more often than not, you'll have to pull together pieces from different sources and keep track of where you found it all. You need to change your habits to reflect the new reality of being a student. One of the biggest ways that you need to adapt is by learning how to organize all of your electronic resources. Piles of papers, notebooks full of scribbled notes, and sticky notes are familiar sights to students. There's no denying that it can be hard to keep track of printed out syllabi, assignments, and readings, but you do it. Now flip that idea around to the digital world. How do you keep track of all of these electronic files? How do you make sure they're always right where you need them to be, no matter where you are? The true complexity of organization in a digital age arises due to its convenience. We've all seen the annoying commercials for online education with the "take classes in your PJs" proclamation, but seriously, it happens. I bet we've all done it. And if you're anything like me, you found yourself with an extra half hour here or there when you could get a little schoolwork done. But can you do it? Do you have everything you need handy? When you do find yourself with that extra half hour, use it. Glance at what you need to do and take action. If I didn't have the ability to make the most of this kind of time, I'd never be able to get all my required work done. But I do. I grab my iPad or jump on my laptop, look at what I need to do, and figure out how to best use whatever time I have. You can too. Start by downloading Evernote. There are tons of programs out there that can help you be organized. I like Evernote because I can use it on pretty much anything that's considered a computer. It's got a ton of cool features that can help me be really organized. Evernote redefines what notes can be and how they can be used, and it's really easy to use. Try it, trust me. Install it, find a few documents, and dive in. First, you need to figure out exactly what you've got. One easy place to start is by looking at what you have for one course. Here I've got a course syllabus, one of my assignments, and a reading. Makes sense to put them all together, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create one place for all of them to go so that I can access, edit, and use them no matter where I am. In Evernote's world, that's in a notebook. Creating a notebook is really simple. Choose Create a New Notebook. Give it a name. You always want to make sure it's synced on Evernote servers or you've got yet another local resource. We've covered why you don't want that. Who wants to be restrained that way, especially if it doesn't mesh with your working style? There's your notebook. Time to fill it up. I bet you can guess what happens here. Choose Create a New Note. Give the note a title. Put something in the body of the note. You can play with formatting. Evernote allows you to create some pretty decent looking notes. Keep looking around at what you can do. You can add attachments to notes, build lists and tables, even add checkboxes next to items that you need to complete. Not too shabby. What do you think of when I say the word note anyway? Before I started using Evernote, I figured a note was basically a bunch of words. Evernote has totally redefined what notes can be. You can create audio and video notes, and the different lists and formats let you make notes that are amazingly helpful. Add in the ability to organize and search through your notes. It changes everything. You all know what a search box is, but stop and think about how cool it is to be able to search through all of your notes, not by scanning through your handwriting and looking for a word, but by letting a computer do it for you. Can't remember where something was but know it existed? Yeah, now you can find it super easily. Sound good? It gets better. Start adding tags and it's downright awesome. Tags make it easy to group things. I tag everything I put in Evernote. All my school stuff gets tagged with the course name. Syllabi, well, they get a syllabus tag. You probably get where I'm going here. Organize things by course, by project, by anything, and then quickly pull up everything with the same tag. Instant access to resources. Those are the basics of Evernote. It can do lots of cool stuff, but we've just seen the starting point. There are a ton of cool add-ons that further extend Evernote's capabilities. I'm not going to rattle off a list for you. Just open up the Evernote trunk and you can see what's there. Some add-ons are free, some aren't. Figure out what's important to you and make choices how to further improve your organization. I've been talking a lot about Evernote and all of the ways it can help you be a better student. Here's the thing, the bigger picture here is building better habits. Technology can only do so much. You have to commit to using it and modify your own behaviors so that you can build routines. It's a continual process. Start in on it and be prepared to refine what you're doing. That's reality. Like me, you've probably got more than enough to keep you busy. It can feel like a total pain to devote time and energy to one more piece of technology. It's easy to get in a rut of good enough, but that may actually cost you more than you realize. At some point, you have to define a starting point and go with it. Start small, clear a hurdle, and then reflect on your success. When you succeed, you should celebrate, and you should help others to succeed. Nothing that I've talked about today is uniquely mine. I've taken bits and pieces from different places, adapted it for my use, and now I'm sharing my story. My life as a graduate student has been made easier, and that's why I'm talking about it with you. Do the same. Share what works for you with others. Now that you've seen some of the possibilities, what do you do? Here are my thoughts. While all of this is fresh in your mind, follow through on it. Get Evernote. I'll give you a handy-dandy link for downloading in the next slide. Get some files together. Create a notebook and put those files in it. Tag them. Start figuring out how you can use all of this to your advantage, and do it. Sorry about the wall of text, but since sharing is caring, I have to give credit for the images I used. And while you totally should check out some of these folks' work, what you probably care most about is the link to download Evernote. Click on the elephant and you're there. Put it on your computers, devices, and even as an add-on to most major browsers. Now get organized.